Hello. Today we're playing a whole different game. Still the same day as my anger day. But I thought what day would be better than today to play NBA 2K14 since I own it on PC randomly. I thought let's have the Spurs take down the Heat one time.
Thanks for tuning into this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce.
That's
Friday
a bit loud.
Hoops Fest.
Gonna have to turn that down.
We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center.
Right. And we're immediately changing the settings. Okay, play. Nope, that's not where it is. Presentation. Okay, it's gonna have to come way down. All of these things gonna have to come. Okay, that can be like a little bit. Maybe 25 for all of these. PA volume, that can be like a 25, right? Maybe 15. I think 15 smart. Maybe, okay, we're good. Would you like, yes, please. Alright, okay, I know how to play
First for San
this
Antonio.
game.
Marker and Danny
Tiago.
Green are your 1 and your 2.
Okay,
And in the
basketball
middle,
time.
out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back
Alright,
in 2008,
good start.
the 6'11" pivot man, Tiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's
Forgot how to
Duncan
play
in
this
at the
game.
4 spot. And for Miami,
Okay.
Chalmers
Yes,
and D-Wade are the guards.
Great.
And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score
it's our
inside
ball.
and out,
Ridiculous
Chris
attack.
Bosh. Then it's LeBron James,
dribbling. Oh,
and it's
spinning
Haslam
around.
in at the 4 slot.
Well, we're kicking
Well,
the
you know,
ball.
you look at LeBron James, maybe
All right.
more than any other player in NBA history, he's
Great
great
job,
in a way
Kawhi.
that transcends position.
Thank you for
Size,
winning,
skill,
Mike.
savvy, know-how. I mean, he's got it all.
Defense.
Haslam with it. Now Green defending.
Let's defend.
Haslam the pass to Chalmers. And the call will be against Tony Parker.
Alright.
That's his first foul.
Well, that was a
The
quick
first
foul for
37
him there.
seconds
The
has gone
refs are
pretty
certainly
well.
calling it close.
0-0. I think it's a win for me.
Here is Chalmers.
Oh God, run.
This is to
Run.
LeBron. Here's the lob to the hoop. And Wade slams it in.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Then we can talk about
Make it.
LeBron's
Yes.
ability to really
Points.
play any position on the floor.
He
When
did
you,
it.
when you look back, has Steve there ever been a player you could say that about?
I'm not sure if you could say that about both ends of the floor. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of great defensive players who could guard everybody.
don't know.
Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman. Offensively,
Defense.
Magic Johnson could play any position he wanted, but
Foul,
to be able to
really?
do so at both
I don't have
ends
time
has
for
been
fouls.
some
That's
great
two.
games.
2 on
One thing with
Mr.
Wade
Tony
that
already.
doesn't seem to be going away is his quickness off the dribble. He still has that devastating
comes Lonnie.
crossover. He may not be able to do it every
No,
night,
it's
but
not
there
even.
are nights when he just
Oh.
looks like he's right in his prime.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Tony Parker. And Wade has a number of
doesn't
elusive
like
moves,
Marcus
Clark, getting into the
Bellinelli?
lane. He can hit the spin, the Euro step, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And the
Spin
windmill
He's
crossover.
got it all.
Pass it.
I mean, he's figured out
Continue
how
to
to
pass
get
it.
to that bucket, and I think the crossover is probably his custom
Okay.
move. Just as
No,
he changes direction,
Danny.
he swings the ball quickly
defend
over his
it.
head to the other side, avoiding the rip.
I didn't think he'd actually defend
Makes
it
it
that
look
well.
so natural, you might
Good
think
job,
nothing
Danny.
of it, but youngsters around the league, go to school on that one. That's a heck of a move.
Hey, it's Mr.
Now here's LeBron. After Dwayne Wade's miss, LeBron kicks to Wade.
No,
Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
it's not a great
And that's
start.
now 6 points for Dwayne Wade.
San Antonio
Earlier,
Spurs
Doris
tonight.
Burke spoke with head coach Eric
Okay.
Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
With the amount of
So as we
titles
all
and
know,
rings
I'm
the
the
Spurs
best
have
at-
racked up in their careers, coach admitted it could be a little intimidating playing
Okay.
against them. He said Duncan
I think it's still too loud. All right. Maybe 5. I think 5 is what's got to happen.
is an instant Hall of Fame guy, and that can scare teams. We have to be
Alright, here we
fearless
go.
and play
It's
just
only
like they
82,
are
we can still
any
come
other
back.
team, any other extremely
No, we can't.
talented
I think
team.
it's over.
Easier said than done,
Alright,
guys.
Thiago.
Thanks, Doris.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the
Mhm.
Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you can see them turn it on and turn it off when they
Yes.
needed to defensively. So they always managed to get the key
Pressed the
stop
wrong button.
when they needed it.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
All right. It could be worse.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
All right, Danny.
Now the pass to Bosch, and he lays it straight in.
Looks like
Bosch
Chris
has got
Bosh
his
is
first 2
kicking my ass
points.
right now.
And when you're coming off a title
Here we
like
go,
the
Tim
Heat
Duncan.
are, there is a natural tendency to cruise. But Clark,
Iago.
you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to
Bruh.
comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this
3
team
minutes
that
in.
if they want to
We're
press you
losing.
in the half
Left and
court,
right.
they usually
Yes,
can
Tim.
force
Run,
turnovers,
Tim.
and if
Run,
not, they
Marco
can also
Bellinelli.
sit back and play a more
Yes.
straight-up defensive
He
style and be very
scored.
effective that way as well.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
Defense.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert
Oh,
from
God.
defense to
Dwayne.
offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys
Wade.
on a
Wow.
string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's LeBron
Defense.
after the basket by San Antonio.
Okay.
And the shot is good.
You know,
Great
Heat head coach
defending
Eric
guys.
Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization.
Here we
I
go.
mean, he got his start as a
Give it
video
to Kawhi.
coordinator, and through years of
Give it
hard
to-
work and dedication, has
drive
really
into the
become an
paint.
outstanding coach.
Ooh, foul.
So he gets the
didn't get
whistle.
end one.
Contact on the way up,
Kawhi.
and 2 shots coming up.
Uh,
And back to Coach Eric
How
Spoelstra
is that
as a
slightly
guy who got his
different?
start as a
Understand.
video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement,
Okay, sure.
analytics in
He
the
is.
NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a
did it.
chance to speak
Scored
with him quite a
points.
bit. He says
Boris
that the way
Diaw.
they use advanced
that
stats
guy.
is just as a
Not
conversation
personally, but I know
piece
of him.
in the coaching
Hey,
room.
it's the
Their
bird guy.
analytics department will bring them various information,
Uh-oh.
and it
Raymond.
will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy
Right. Mr.
for a
Anderson.
coaching staff to do.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew
fouled
contact
him?
on the shot.
Talking about Chris
Bruh.
Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be
Okay,
able to
Chris
fly
Anderson,
last
let's
season,
miss
but he
these
did
free
latch on
throws.
with a very good
There we
Miami
go.
Heat team who was in need of some
That's
help
what I.
rebounding, which
I
is
knew
his
that was
strength.
gonna happen.
He still can do that and block shots
Will
as
he
well.
miss this one? Probably not.
And the second
I
free
knew
throw,
it.
good. And the
All right,
Birdman,
Tony
a fan
Parker's in.
favorite
He
from
has
his
2
days
fouls
in Denver.
already.
The tattoos, his
Here we go.
kinetic style of play, certainly drawing attention.
Oh, got
Well,
the
he's
ball.
an athletic presence inside at both ends of the floor. Defensively, he can slide his foot
Yes.
and block shots.
Yes.
Offensively, he's a guy who kind of hangs out on the weak side and finishes
job,
plays by
Ginobili.
catching and dunking.
And Miami has
Yeah,
possession.
no, get back.
Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. It's LeBron with the drive.
No, LeBron. No.
And again, it's the Heat
No.
missing.
Great defense
on.
there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Okay. Here we
Everything
go.
going according to the script
good
for them
stat.
offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for
Right.
sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Need to pass it.
Spurs working the ball around now.
Right. We all know Kawhi.
Back to
He's
Parker
good.
from 17
Tony.
feet out.
Yes.
And good. And
Yes,
it takes a nice
Tony.
bounce off the right iron and down.
This is the
Tell
comeback.
you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
That's his
And the
third.
call will be against Tony Parker. That's his 3rd foul
Oopsie.
of the game.
You know, it's really a
3
bit
fouls.
surprising that the coach kept him on the floor this long.
First
And because he
quarter.
did, he's picked up his 3rd foul now.
Daniel Green,
Yeah,
he's
thank
checked in for San Antonio. Now here's
Goal
Allen.
number 1 of
Quiet so far
the quarter.
offensively,
Not
searching for his first points of the game. Cole's
goal
shot
number
is
1
good.
at the last
That's
minute
the
of the
10th
quarter.
straight point they've
Maybe
given up
score some
in
points
the
in the
paint.
paint.
I guess the good news is they've taken
into
away
the
the
paint.
outside shot.
Just
Well,
keep
you
going
know what?
forward.
It doesn't matter
You'll
how
get
good
there.
their perimeter defense
You'll
is
get
if
there,
they're going
Danny.
to
Right,
allow
shoot.
inside looks as
Yes.
easy as that.
Got
Boy, this is a
fouled.
neat story,
That's
guys.
one
Danny
thing.
Green was undrafted out of North Carolina. And another
He might have-
nice find for perhaps the best
me.
organization in all of sports, the San Antonio Spurs. He's an excellent
Oh,
three-point
C+.
shooter, over
Still made it, though.
40% from three-point range
Good
for
job,
his
Daniel.
career. He helps
Right.
that team spread the
Bonner.
floor, and that energizes their high-powered
Right.
offense.
Mature.
Here's Cole.
Mr. Bonner defending this guy pretty well.
It's back to
He-
Battier.
Don't let Mr. Chris in.
Pass to LeBron.
Bonner. Yes.
It's stolen by Green. 7-second
All right.
difference, shot and game clock.
Not my best
Lets
idea.
it fly.
3-pointer. Damn it.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Oh, and a fast break for the
Boy.
Heat. And
Oh,
it's blocked.
yes. Swat Lake City. All right. All right. All right. Danny. Layup.
Good, and it's
That's
Diaw
right.
with the assist that time.
That is right. That's basketball right there. That's just how you play it.
And so here is Miami.
Run. Get him. Get him.
Here's
Get him.
Cole.
Get-
The kick
No,
out to
not Norris
LeBron.
Cole. No, LeBron.
Finds himself
And
wide open and drills it.
Okay.
LeBron's got
Good
6.
And
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Leonard,
Kawhi. Damn it, Kawhi.
a free-flowing first quarter.
Alright.
Great scoring
Pretty
through
good first
one.
quarter.
Heat,
We're losing. What else is new?
and now the second quarter just getting set to start.
Right.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far
Let's
for the
defend
Heat.
Norris Cole. All right.
You know, guys, we've
No.
really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, and I've noticed also
Where
that
you
their
been the whole
quick
game?
hands have
No,
led
but
to a
why did
lot
I
of
do that?
forced
Oh, no, they're
turnovers.
putting Tony
They're getting
Parker
some
in.
points in transition as a result.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Guys, it's hard to doubt that LeBron James, after 2 straight titles and 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, seems to be at the top of his game. LeBron candidly said, quote, I'm at my highest peak. I don't know if I can continue to improve. But he certainly remains motivated, saying, quote, at the end of the day, I have a goal to be the best of all time, and I'm going to put that pressure on myself. And Kevin, if he can just stay at this level for a long period of time, he may get there.
I like his chances. Thanks. Now here's LeBron following the miss by Tony Parker. Shoots from 12. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Excellent work on the offensive board.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Now here's Parker.
Ginobili.
Outside, Ginobili. Miami grabs the
Why
miss.
tease me?
LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
The Spurs have always been
No.
very mindful
Yes.
of resting
Great
key players
defending.
during the regular season. Some of it has to do with the age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be
Bruh.
said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely
Oh, yes.
if you play
Ginobili.
tired.
Give it.
Here's the
Yes.
break.
No, that's not even Splitter. That's Bonner.
And 2
How
free
do you
throws
not make
coming
that?
up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot
Bruh.
of contact there. That's on LeBron James.
Well, the
Ooh,
Red
that's a
Rocket, as they
seed
call
there.
him, one of the best outside shooting big men that we've seen in this league the last few years. You cannot
There it
leave
is.
him
He
open
missed it.
outside defensively.
Yeah, classic shooting
man.
4-man. His game
Missing
is
the
to
shot.
spot up at the
All right,
three-point
Patty
line
Wade.
and wait for the open look. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their
And
star
one.
players,
That-
not
that
without
could
some
have been you,
controversy.
Bonner.
The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich
Bonner
for
does
sitting
not
all their
want to
starting
cooperate
players
this
for a
season.
nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their
All
fourth
right,
game in
Tony.
5 nights, and Pop
So
wanted
you were
to
doing
rest
so well
some of
for
their
a sec.
guys because of just the nature of
now
their
we're not.
schedule. But I think the problem was he didn't give the league
Illinois.
advance
Let's
warning.
make it.
And in that
Yes.
game against Miami,
Just like
when
I
he
thought
rested
you
those
would.
3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little
Homer.
shot at the league.
Give me that ball.
And that's
I
why
should
there
not
was a
be going to
problem, and that's
steal
why the
Tony
Spurs
Parker.
and Popovich
Mr.
ended up
Blue
getting
House.
fined.
And here is
No.
Chalmers after the three-pointer
No.
from Bellinelli.
No.
NBA shot good.
How about that for a
Come
response?
on.
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Bellinelli dishes to Leonard. 6 feet out.
Make it.
And the
Yes.
officials whistle a foul
Yes.
on the shot.
That's all
The
I
bucket's
wanted you to
good.
do.
He'll
Yeah,
go
okay.
to the line.
You know, the Spurs really have a
There we go.
cohesive culture, and
3-point
part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Bosh with the bucket.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Here's Parker. Shot from 12. And it's San Antonio with another.
Never doubted that one. All right.
The
here's
Heat
number
leading
20.
by 5. And back to Popovich and the
6
Spurs.
points in
He
paint.
really makes a point of getting to know his
You know me.
players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He
Ooh,
likes to
Tony.
have his
How's it
players
going?
have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know
fouls
that there are other things
am I gonna
going on
commit
besides
today?
the NBA. In fact, back in
At least
2012,
3.
he had the players watching the presidential
right.
debates together.
The Heat have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Okay, Chris Bosh, you can take all your time. That'd be great.
No good on the second free throw.
You missed both.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big 3 came together in a flash of lightning. it seemed, but
Kawhi,
it
you
could
can
end
make
just
that,
as fast if one or
but
all
you
decide
won't,
to
'cause
opt out.
You hate me.
The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so
better.
far. And it's Wade penetrating.
Oh, Thiago.
Rebounded by
Good job,
Bellinelli.
Thiago.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent
That was
from
not
converting
true.
in close.
Here's Leonard. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Yeah.
And Clark,
Yeah.
as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they
Ooh,
choose
timeout.
to. And Steve, you have to
quickly
think
gonna
that at
skip
least
the
one or
timeout.
two of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete in the probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes.
Yeah, Mr. Hall of
But it's
Fame
going to be
guy,
interesting
so-
to see what Miami
No,
does here the
sir,
next
you
couple
can
of
get this
years
behind.
with their
You
roster.
got it in. Chalmers.
Here's Chalmers. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot.
No.
And it's Wade penetrating.
Oh, that's
Haslam
right.
can't get it to go.
We can tie it with a three-pointer.
Here's Bellinelli. Wade is covering. Feeds it to Parker. Pass to Bellinelli.
Bellinelli.
But they get it back. Duncan. And
Okay,
lots of
and-
contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
You got
He's
fouled.
getting
Good
his
for
first
you.
free throw attempt of the night right now.
And
The
oh,
free throw drops for Duncan.
oh, good
One
work,
thing
Tim.
I think that's helped extend Tim Duncan's peak effectiveness, you know, he was dealing with knee issues
yes,
recently,
Tim.
but he
Timothy.
committed to losing weight
free
and
throw
slimmed
right
down
there.
by over 25
Yeah,
pounds
we got a
to
monster
take
compared
away
to
some of that
Chalmers.
wear and tear on his joints. And, you know, over the last
Okay,
couple of
defense
seasons, it
time.
certainly seems to have revitalized him.
Now here is
would've thought
Battier
that
from
pass
6
that
feet.
time?
And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by
Because I
Battier.
chose this.
11 points for Dwayne Wade.
Okay,
Played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not
here
be
we
in
go.
the lead.
Woo.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half. And Clark, you mentioned Duncan swimming
Oh, it's
down.
almost halftime.
Steve, I guess he did it swimming in the
Don't have
offseason.
it.
Well, you know,
Make
he
it
was
three.
a swimmer growing up in the Virgin Islands. That was his first sport before he picked up basketball. And I think you can see how it's impacted his strength and his,
No,
his
defend him.
ability to engage that core and
Okay.
really last through these long NBA
That
seasons.
is
He's
not what I
slimmed
wanted to
down,
do.
but he's stayed
I hate
strong.
everything.
And I think swimming has played a big role there.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, a lot of the Spurs' success is because they are able to manage the cap so well. It comes from them getting their key players to take just a little less when they renew their contracts. Tony Parker explained, quote, I think it's just the atmosphere here, the family atmosphere. For me personally,
all
why
right,
I did it was
Mr.
because
LeBron,
deep down
no,
in my heart,
don't let him.
I know
Don't
Pop
let him
will
do
take
it,
care
you
of me
splitter.
until the end of my
You
career.
let him do it.
Seems that it's worth
Am I
a few
surprised?
extra
No.
dollars to have that kind of security, guys.
Great leadership from the top on down.
Kawhi,
And Doris credit the
this is your
players
chance.
for really buying in. Here's Leonard.
This is your chance. You
Connects
did
from
it.
three-point range.
You've made me happy.
Leonard's got
That's
5 points now this
impossible
quarter.
to do.
He had to wait
and
for
you
a
did it.
while, all the way until now. But he's finally got his first three-pointer of the game.
Wade gets a screen from Haslam.
Dwayne, give me that ball. You know you want to do it.
Wade
Okay,
kicks to
we'll just
Haslam.
let him walk
Hit his
all over
leg.
you. Bruh,
And it's
cake
whistled
ball.
a kick. A different look for Miami.
Not even my
Chris
ball.
Anderson is checked in for Bosh. And Shane Battier subbed in for Udonis Haslam.
Boo. Boo.
29 seconds left in the first
No,
half.
why did I do that? Okay, I need a quick.
And
not
this sort
really
of
quick,
awesome
but
dunk is
not
one of
like
the
a
reasons
quick plan.
this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal
Good
dunks
job,
to
Sam.
watch. So much fun.
Bellinelli.
Miami leading by 4.
All right, here we go.
LeBron outside.
No, no, Kawhi, steal it.
The dish to Wade.
Okay, Dwayne.
To the middle.
No.
And Anderson slams it in.
Who let that happen?
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Bellinelli. Come on, man.
And the first half is now in the books.
Now, presented
Basketball.
by Sprint.
Really not doing it for me right now.
It's a lively Friday evening. The Sprint
Dwayne Wade.
halftime report, presented by Sprint.
He's here. Okay.
The
I
third quarter
understand.
now beginning.
Halftime
Both
happened.
sides looking to pull away
Now
in
it's
the
the
last
third
half of the
quarter.
game.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas. But the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth quarter points.
Stop and
Here's
pop.
Leonard.
Boom.
And it's good on
That's
the
right.
assist by
That
Parker.
is right.
And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He has 10
That is
points
not
now.
enough
Good
coverage.
for
Got to do
him.
better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Well, Clark, a
defense,
big part
guys.
of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was
have
because
faith
they
in
have
our
so
team.
many options when possessions, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got
going
Parker to create off the dribble. You
better
can
than
always
I
throw it into the
anticipated
low
it going.
post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who
Wait,
understand
Tony.
how to play the game
Tony.
and know how to play
Tony.
each other. Just the
Tony.
experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think allows them to execute
Tony,
under
good
pressure.
job.
Well, Miami
You're
stormed
doing
through the regular season and
Lord's
were
work
viewed as the
tonight.
clear-cut favorites
Tony,
to come out of the East, but it was
excellent
not as
release.
easy
Boom.
as
Even
expected.
better.
After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls
defense.
gave them a scare. Then the Pacers really took them deep.
No, you
all
almost
the way
had
to Game
steals,
7
Danny.
of the Eastern Conference
Oh,
Finals.
Kawhi.
And the foul
What
called
are you
on
doing?
Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Not doing. Staying on this team now.
Miami with the ball. A 2-point game. Bosch passes to Wade. A
Oh,
floater.
good block. Oh,
Green with the block.
oh my God, we could take the lead. Well, it's
Leonard
not.
against Chalmers. That
Yes,
evens the
Kawhi.
score. And
Yes,
that's 12
this is the
points for
closest it's
Kawhi
been
Leonard.
since the opening
And for the
tip.
Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7.
Tony.
It came
Yes,
down
oh
to
my God, we're
LeBron
winning.
James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Wade kicks to LeBron. He dishes it to Bosch. 6 feet out. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
I'm very unhappy.
Bosch has got 10.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight
Why?
looks in the paint.
Well,
Why did
still
I
a
do
great
that?
start to the half
What did I
after
think was
hitting their
gonna
first
happen?
3, even
Oh my God,
before
he
that
missed.
miss.
Oh man.
You know, people look at Mario Chalmers
him.
and say he might
Tony.
not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the
Kawhi,
Heat
come
with
on.
his active
Yes,
defense and
Kawhi.
spot-up shooting from long
You're
range.
doing
I
it.
think it's a hand-in-glove fit, actually.
This
We're
is
winning.
incredible. It's been a
Still.
three-point barrage since halftime.
Oh my God.
Yeah, whether by
Timeout.
design or by
It's really
accident, it
happening
has been
tonight.
impressive.
Timeout called, the Heat. And
Good
during the
job.
timeout, both coaches
Good
getting a
timeout.
chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along
Defense.
with the
All right,
discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game.
Speaking of-
So important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
He really likes Chris
Chalmers, a
Bosh to get the
three-time
rebound.
All-American,
Good, good.
NCAA champion his junior season at
Kawhi.
Kansas, received the most outstanding
Kawhi.
player
Oh,
award for that
and
2008 tournament.
Hit
Okay.
what was probably
Not
the
gonna
biggest
lie
shot
to
in
you,
Kansas
he's
history,
going
the
a bit
three-pointer
better than
that
I
sent that
anticipated it
game
going.
against Memphis into overtime.
Much
that
better now
allowed the
that I
Jayhawks
think
to
about
go
it.
on and win that national championship.
Kawhi.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Cole dishes to Wade. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Bosch, the screen. The drive by Allen. He passes it to Cole. Back to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Defense. No, sir.
On the mark with the
Yes, sir.
15-footer.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And
Kawhi,
offensively,
please make it.
you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among
think
three-pointers, and especially for him.
And Miami has possession. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range.
Ooh,
A timely
Chicago.
screen gave him a step, and he took
How
it
do you
all
not
the way.
block that?
And it's now only a 1-point Spurs lead. LeBron, he's checked in for Chris Bosh.
Once winning by 5.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the
1
third now.
point lead.
Well, what a
Overtime.
series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball. Two teams that like to play up tempo. And
Oh my
I'll tell you,
God,
the Spurs
yeah.
had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for
Damn
the
it.
Miami Heat.
We're losing
Cole's
again.
shot is good. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well,
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the
Tim
steals
Duncan
we've
missing
seen,
the shot.
really a result of that
Usual.
aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really
Super not
tight
cool.
when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help
No.
from the San Antonio
Yes.
Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart.
What? Please,
Absolutely
yes.
fantastic.
Okay.
And
back
Leonard
it.
gets it to go.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right
Here
now.
we go.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last
Ball,
5
steal it.
makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Wade. 13
Okay.
points in the game.
My goal for this last 45 seconds-ish.
Shot from 12.
Be just to win the game.
Wade missing again.
You know, something that's kept
Oh,
this game
Kawhi.
close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there.
Please.
Not yet
Yes.
anyway.
And
Kawhi.
Leonard gets it to go.
And
That
they're
is
getting
what
their
I'm
points now
asking you
almost
for
exclusively
most
from the
days.
three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5.
Not
You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And it's going to be
Ooh,
out of
that's
bounds.
right.
The Spurs will take it.
Such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game
24
here.
seconds.
A different look now for San Antonio.
We can take all the
Matt
time
Bonner,
in the
he's
world
checked in
here.
for Splitter. Dial comes in for Tim Duncan.
Now
And
he's taking
Ginobili
it.
in for Kawhi Leonard.
I'm going to take this time to just
And here
announce
is Parker. He's got
how's
11.
it going. Leave your answers in the comments.
Back
Still
to Green.
Pretty sure I've asked that question
He
already.
feeds it to Parker. Down low with 2 seconds
Sure.
left. That concludes the third
Come on.
quarter. It continues to be an exciting.
This is not exciting.
Thanks for
It's not
joining us
even
again
one.
as we get set for the fourth quarter. A
not
terrific game so
exciting.
far.
All right.
And a chance to
here we
catch
go.
up on some numbers here. The scoring
comes
breakdown
Tony.
for San Antonio.
Well, their
Tony.
passing has been picturesque, a
Foul.
thing of beauty in both
Oh, and
halves.
one.
More than a few
Okay,
of their
I
baskets
can
have
do
come
that.
off assists.
And
Tony.
they continue to knock down the
Tony,
long-range
yeah,
three-point shot
Tony.
as well.
The Heat making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Guys, you go back to the
Why is it
shortened
cooking?
season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road. But last year, they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still
Yes.
solid when leaving
Oh my
San
God, we might
Antonio,
actually
but
win.
far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
Manu.
Here's Green. Takes it
Yeah.
into the teeth of the D and
Oh my
converts
God,
the
we're going
layup.
to win.
And the Spurs lead by 8.
Boy, where was the box out? Too
We are
easy
gonna
on
win.
that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no
Oh my
box
God,
out is
back
what
to
happened there.
foul.
Those kind
No,
of mistakes
not
on the
back to
glass
foul.
will kill a
Obviously,
team.
Now
No,
here's Chalmers.
that's really
Allen,
wrong.
that's good. And for the Spurs on the road
Raymond.
last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they
Don't
won in the
that's
shortened
something
season,
that
they
just
also
happened. He
lost
never
a
dunked
fair
it,
amount
but he
more
did
as
it
well.
that time.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know,
Right.
the Spurs manage
Well,
the
we only got
regular
5 more
season. They
minutes.
know when to turn it on
Oh,
and when they
that
can
is
maybe
something I
relax
just
a little
let
bit.
happen.
The big thing is they just want to stay near
Like,
500 on the
not
road,
losing the game.
protect their home court,
We're gonna
and be
find out.
healthy going into the playoffs,
You
and
know
that,
me.
that puts them in a good position.
Here's Green.
Daniel.
That's hauled in by the Heat.
That was
Daniel,
not
Daniel,
pretty there. You
Daniel.
got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
What are you doing? That obviously is not his range.
Ball's knocked loose.
Ooh, Tony.
Parker with the steal. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way.
Ginobili.
That's good
Yes.
from Ginobili on the assist by Parker.
That's right.
Parker's got his 4th assist in this one.
I think we're
And
going
a
to
nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see
Yes.
them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you
Yeah.
keep a lot of pressure on the other
Yes.
team. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it.
There's only 4 minutes left.
Readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Dwayne Wade, who's checked in for Ray Allen. Let me go back to what Bosch said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosch did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosch's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels. And
no way I can fuck this
I
up.
think it's impressive that they fought back to the
I'm really
finals
fucking
once
it
more
up right
because
now.
that shows they eventually did recapture that fight.
Spurs leading by 8. Shot from free throw range. And another basket for San Antonio.
Right.
Man, an even stronger
no way we
second
can
half.
mess this one up.
Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Defense.
Yeah, I know you know about how
Yeah.
the basket can seem like it's 10 feet wide when you're in the zone. That's where they are
Stole
right
the
now.
ball.
Outside Leonard. The
That's
three.
the smart thing. Shoot a random three.
Offensive rebound. Splitter. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
100%.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Chalmers kicks to Wade.
Whatever.
LeBron James on the wing.
There he is. Please make that one.
And again, LeBron missing.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
That's right.
The Heat trail by 12.
Rip. Steal it. Good work. Good basketball work.
We've
everyone.
played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
They get it again.
No.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
2 minutes left.
Udonis
There's
Haslem
no way I
is
can
checked in
win
for the
that.
Heat.
Oh, Splitter. All right.
Chalmers passes to Wade.
Dwayne.
It's rebounded by Splitter.
Oh my God, we're gonna win.
Splitter's got his 5th rebound in this one. The feed to Ginobili. Puts up a
Ginobili.
3. Ginobili can't get that one to fall.
I'm slightly.
Miami's gone 1 or 2 from 3-point range here in the
It
fourth.
still fucks up.
And it's blocked by
Oh,
Duncan.
no way that's.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Here's Parker. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kicks it to Chalmers. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
So much harder to be funny when.
A minute 42 left to
Basketball.
play in the final quarter. That's good.
That was
You can
pretty
really
cool.
see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3
3-pointer.
in the first.
Parker against Chalmers.
Shit.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Chalmers has got 4 this quarter. San Antonio leading by
That's a
11.
football pass.
Leonard with the ball.
Kawhi.
Wade picks him up.
No.
Leonard, no luck.
Right. Don't let him
And
have
the whistle
ball.
blows. It'll be
Okay,
on
that was
Thiago
something you
Splitter.
just did. Splitter.
That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm
Defense.
sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in
Well, that's
a
a
rough,
three-pointer.
tough spot.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Woo. We're gonna win. I never thought it was possible.
And that one misses.
Yeah, well, that sucked. Mr. Splitter, here he goes.
That's
Too late.
off as well, so he misses both. Heat shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Wade drives in. Chalmers.
Uh-oh.
He gets it to fall. That makes it just
Okay.
a single-digit
Well, now we
lead.
gotta start trying.
A wide open 3.
What the?
They need much better communication defensively.
Oh,
Way
good. Okay.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
This may be their most important possession.
Now, as long as they don't make a mistake here, they should be safe.
All right.
That
Well,
one
that was a pretty good
goes. Count.
discussion.
And with that basket,
37
you'd have to
seconds
think
left.
this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
95% safe. That I can live with. You French.
That's
Yes.
tipped.
No. What am I doing?
And Haslam kicks to
No,
LeBron.
don't shoot that. Okay. Well,
No good on the three.
Okay.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
It's a 4-second differential
All right, we're
between the
gonna
shot clock and game clock. Ginobili kicks to Leonard.
As well just shoot it. That's three.
No good with the triple. Now here's Chalmers. There's the three. Knocks down the three.
Huh. Okay. Oh, free throws. Woohoo. Y'all know
He
I'm
drops
great
the
at those.
first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Okay. I'm so close to just being done with this game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now
All
it's
right,
a
I'm gonna
7-point game.
get
Timeout
some
called the
shirts now.
Heat. They're down by 7.
Put
8
in.
seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, talk all
But-
they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a
You
10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is finished. Over.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But you know, I think you could still see him kind of
out
sliding
my
in
best
there. I don't
idea.
have a problem with the call.
Good on the first, and that trims
6
the
whole
lead to
seconds
6.
left. I do have faith. Get that
And
rebound.
he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Really?
And now we've got
He's
the
still gonna
intentional
foul.
foul. So the first one drops,
Yeah,
and that
more
makes it a
points for me.
7-point lead.
That's right. I've scored.
And the second
Bruh,
free throw,
really?
no good. A
Missing
tough
this
break
free
there.
throw, dude.
Here's Cole, and the rejection by Leonard. And so
All
it's
right,
San
well, that was a
Antonio
fun
with the
game.
win.
That's for sure.
Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. They were just
That
steak
was the
knife
most
sharp.
meaningful game I've ever played in my life.